Hello, this is meteorologist Todd Shea with an update on our potential winter storm that will impact the region here to end the week. For our particular area, the threats exist both tonight and again Thursday night into Friday. Tonight, kind of on the front end of this incoming storm, we could see some light freezing rain or drizzle break out, but this should mainly affect areas along and north of Interstate 94 in Wisconsin. The big player will be Thursday night when the main storm system enters the picture, and we should have three different areas of precipitation types ranging from heavy snow to the north and west of the area to a mixture of precipitation and perhaps some sleet in the middle corridor, and mainly rain to the south and east of the region. Winds will also be on the increase as this storm system moves on through during the day on Friday. Graphically, it looks something like this, where the heaviest snow band is expected from kind of south central Minnesota up into northwest Wisconsin. Rain mainly across parts of northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin, with a little bit of mixture in between, ranging from possibility of a little freezing rain or freezing drizzle, with sleet possible at times before switching over to all snow as the colder air moves in on Friday. As we go into late Thursday night into Friday morning, our storm system will be exiting the plains and approaching our areas. You can see the extensive areas of precipitation in the colors of green and blue on here. But as this storm system continues to lift into the region here, our heaviest snow band will set up from far northern Iowa, across southeastern Minnesota into the northern half of Wisconsin. Later in the day on Friday, this storm system will continue to move off through the Great Lakes, and that will mean snow will gradually come to an end from west to east, but the winds will stay up well into Friday evening. Speaking of those winds, these are the type of wind gusts that are possible on Friday afternoon as this storm system moves on by, ranging from 35 to 40 perhaps up in the northern half of Wisconsin, to even stronger wind gusts in the flatter terrain of southern Minnesota and much of Iowa. Total snow looks something like this, extending anywhere from 6 to 12 inches from south central Minnesota through the Twin Cities, up through north of Eau Claire and up into the UP of Michigan. The brown lines depict possible icing accumulations, which again are highest along and north and east of Interstate 94 in Wisconsin. More locally here, snow amounts on the left are depicted from next to nothing in southern Wisconsin to an inch or two in the middle corridors, to maybe anywhere from 4 to 6 inches in parts of southeastern Minnesota and extending up into north central Wisconsin. Ice accumulations will generally be on the lighter side, as depicted on the graphics on the right, but could be a little bit more of a tenth to as much as a quarter inch at times from Interstate 94 and northeast, and this includes the Tomah, Black River Falls, and areas up towards Wausau. If we look at the variability of this incoming storm, this is a trace of expected snow amounts based on different computer solutions. And while the details here are not really needed, you can see how these traces that really start to pick up in snow accumulation as of Friday morning are really varying all over the place, from hardly next to no snow to perhaps as much as a foot. Most of the consensus is falling in that 3 to 5 inch amounts in the Rochester, Minnesota area, but it does show you the variability in the forecast, and we do urge you to continue to check the forecast as this storm system moves in. So kind of in summary, the main impacts expected, again, a band of heavy snow, which will depend a little bit on the storm track, could produce some very intense snowfall at times, including the possibility of hearing thunder. Snow, sleet, and ice accumulations Thursday night into Friday could bring as much as a quarter inch of ice from parts of the region into northeast Wisconsin. The heaviest snowfall rates will certainly be late Thursday night into Friday morning. So when you look at impacts, of course, ice and snow-covered roads are expected, especially Friday. But visibilities could be reduced to a quarter mile at times. Schools could certainly be impacted, and overall travel on Friday morning will be difficult, especially if you're heading up into parts of Minnesota and or northern Wisconsin. This concludes the briefing recorded on Wednesday afternoon, but we do urge you to continue to check our webpage in addition to the social media that is available.